Aloha, happy Friday, Home Friday Mixology 101. So today I thought I would do, even though on a calendar it's technically spring, but you never know when you're actually viewing these. So I thought I would do something a little bit summery, but in the winter. So this is a drink that, as I initially learned it, it's called Strawberries in December. But it requires some odd ingredients that people don't typically keep at home in their home bar or even in their refrigerator. So I wanted to do something, I wanted to change it up a little bit so that it was very accessible to the home bar. Because as you know, my whole philosophy about the home bar is that this is something you should be able to easily do at home without a lot of really elaborate mixers or elaborate alcohols. This is something you want to be able to do to impress friends and just give a good cocktail, even if it's just something you're enjoying yourself in the evening. Today, the drink that I'm going to do, I actually call it Berries in December, or December Berries. Because you never know what kind of berries you have in the refrigerator. And what it requires is preserves. And the only preserves that I had sitting around in my refrigerator were raspberry preserves. You can do it with raspberries, strawberries, any kind of preserves. We're also going to use a technique called dry shaking. And dry shaking is really good for adding air bubbles into cocktails to emulsify anything that's a little bit thick. I don't do it a lot because I'm lazy, but I'm going to do it this time. So what we want to do is start off with your berry reserves. As again I said, I'm using Trader Joe's raspberry preserves. Take a nice generous bar spoon of the preserves, put it into your shaker. Your shaker should be dry, okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to add 2 ounces of bourbon. Today I'm using Redemption bourbon. We're going to add in 2 ounces of bourbon. And we're going to use about 1/2 of an orange. We're going to squeeze a fresh orange in, about 1/2 of it. You've got your squeezer. I don't always get this right, especially since this is a little bit bigger, so this may be a little messy. But just about 1/2 of orange is what you want in. Trying to get this done right without wasting a lot of the orange juice. There we go. That should be good. Maybe a little bit more. Okay, good. Fresh orange. Now, you can add bitters into this. Typically, I like to use an orange bitters. It's sometimes because the orange juice is in there, it's a little bit overpowering, and not everybody has bitters. If you need bitters, what I suggest is get something at you can even get this at the grocery store. These you can get them on Amazon, whatever. The Bitter Truth have these really nice little collections. They're in small bottles like this. I'm just going to add in a few drops of bitters, 3 or 4. Just enough to give it a little bit, and I'm actually using an orange bitters. I think I already said that. It gives it a little bit more of a zing to it, just in case you don't have this fresh orange. So we've got everything in here right now. No ice though. As I said, we're going to dry shake it. We're just going to do this for about 15 seconds. Enough to kind of emulsify that, those preserves. They need to be broken up a little bit and get some oxygen and air in there. So we get that, and that nicely does it. Now we're going to do a shake with ice. Add in our ice. That should be about good. And now we do another shake. I like a good strong shake, and I've said this before, until The shaker gets almost so cold, you can't, your hand gets almost too cold to hold it. And I've also said I'm not a particularly big fan of straining my drink, so I'm not going to strain this. I'm going to go straight into our cocktail glass here. And then what you want to do is you want to top it off with a little bit of soda water. I'm using San Pellegrino. I'm actually using their orange flavored seltzer because actually it's orange tangerine. It gives it a little bit more of an orangey taste to it. Just top it off like that. And we'll garnish with an orange. And voila, we have what I think is a very nice cocktail. Very fresh, very summery. You can have it any time of year. Enjoy.